Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture.
And my name's Andy Murray. Mr. Murray, if you're nasty.
And if you want to listen to the news as a podcast, you can listen when you're out and about by searching for WhatCulture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. But coming up today, a load of TLC matches have been announced.
Liv Morgan is getting a makeover.
And this is the news.
And today's episode is going to be very Raw heavy because pretty much everything we're talking about is stuff that went down on Raw. So there's all kinds of notable things storyline-wise and pay-per-view-wise that we're going to cover, but the first thing we're going to mention is the very title of this video. Last night's Raw ending was botched.
Yeah.
And we're not quite talking about the kind of awkward transition that Rey Mysterio had from the Styles Clash attempt into the cradle for the victory. We're talking about USA Network, who cut the show off a little bit too early, meaning that fans watching at home missed the final few seconds of Raw. So what happened was that the show went off right at 11 o'clock p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern, which is when it finishes. It just went off. The credit appeared in the bottom corner of the screen before AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio had finished their main event match. They were still wrestling, and this thing appeared. Then the match concluded with Randy Orton came in, he did the distraction kind of thing. AJ went for a Styles Clash, Rey pinned him to retain the United States Championship, and it just kind of went off the air. The ring announcer was mid-sentence going, "I'm still United States Champion," when it cut to that KFC commercial with the big Colonel and all that stuff. So it was kind of a mess. It was kind of sloppy. It was kind of weird. And it was a mistake, seemingly, on the network's behalf. Now, admittedly, fans didn't miss all that much. There was a few shots of AJ in the ring going, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't win the belt. Doing his big agape face, and Randy Orton being a cheeky little scamp on the ramp going, who, me? What happened? So it was just a little bit of fallout, a little bit of contextualization for what happened in that main event. But still, world's biggest wrestling promotion, one of the USA's biggest TV networks. How does this happen?
Yeah. Enough of Raw. We need to show Modern Family. Get on with this.
Yes, get on.
Yeah, it's astonishing. I genuinely blame this on the fact it's near the end of the year and everyone's just sort of like trying to look busy.
Yeah.
They're kind of winding down.
Yeah, just skip the overrun.
It's probably finished.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Who cares about AJ Styles and Randy Orton? How many titles have they won cumulatively? Ridiculous. But yeah, not surprised by this whatsoever, but it is ridiculous that WWE, I mean, you should be used to WWE doing overruns by now, shouldn't you? It's every week on every show.
There's a little bit of give at the end of the show, a couple minutes here and there. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a little bit longer. It's a very rare error, to be fair, but hey, look, it's funny. It's funny. How could they do this? It's silly. It's stupid. WWE uploaded a full clip of what the show was, a Gangstar full clip of what the show, how the show was supposed to end onto Twitter afterwards, so you can check that out if you want to see, the 5 seconds of them going that we missed as a result of this, but just sloppy stuff, really.
I've seen botches at the end of Monday Night Raw that have been a lot worse.
And oh, sorry, go ahead.
Than the show ending.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some horrendous ones over the years, and we should say, because the comment section straight away is going to be like, well, AEW's production is quite bad as well. Yes, they've made mistakes too, but this story's about Raw, so shush.
Right, let's move on and transition from Raw to TLC. It's this bloody Sunday after all, and a load of matches have finally been added to the card. As we reported last week, WWE likes to hold off because it drives subscriber numbers the closer that they get towards the pay-per-view. It's confirmed we are going to have the Kabuki Warriors versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair for the Women's Tag Team Championships in a TLC match. Oh, that's going to be good.
That's going to be tasty.
We're also having Bobby Lashley versus Rusev. The divorce, I do believe, was finalised. I mean, technically.
Rusev bantering the whole segment off was just beautiful.
Yeah, they signed the divorce papers last night and subsequently have been booked into a tables match, Bobby Lashley versus Rusev. Why you wouldn't do a ladder match with some sort of divorce papers over the ring,
win the divorce papers.
Yeah,
well,
win the divorce.
Robert Lashley got put through the table, so it's a tables match now because they're very clever, aren't they?
Reasons.
Did you get that, Adam? Did you understand that? Did the subtlety hammer get you right in the face?
And we're also getting a match I think I'm looking forward to the most out of all the matches. Oh, well, maybe not the women's tag team TLC match, does sound mint. But Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black has been confirmed. Aleister Black kicked Akira Tozawa's head off last night. It genuinely left his neck and went into the fourth row, if you haven't seen it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Just stop doing all the other bollocks with Aleister Black and have him do his wrestling
Let
stuff.
the wrestlers wrestle.
Yeah. And he'd be absolutely fine. It's the whole, who wants to pick a fight? And whilst we're on the topic, no match confirmed yet. Rumours, of course, ongoing that we are going to get Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins at TLC. But Seth Rollins' heel's turn was completed last night. And the promo he cut, I think, was his best promo of the year.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was spectacular.
Really good. He seems like he's really relishing this role, and it's been extremely well done over the past few weeks. Literally nothing to complain about. It's been excellent, excellent stuff from a wrestler who looked like he was nearing a career low just a few short weeks ago. But as far as these TLC matches go, I mean, they all look really good. I'm really excited for all of them. Regular viewers know I love the Bobby Lashley, Rusev stuff. I think it's hilarious. Last night's segment was much the same, where Rusev going, yeah, just take her. She's just bad. It's good fun, and I like the Donald Duck t-shirt that he had on. For some reason, that women's TLC match is going to be an absolute banger as well.
Yeah.
Though. Remember last year with the triple threat? It's just great stuff.
That's exactly what. That's a really good point. It's last year, but with added Kairi Sane.
With Kairi Sane, whose finisher is a top rope elbow drop. It's going to be amazing. The pay-per-view, TLC is a sneaky little one because it's right at the end of the year. It's often thought of kind of as an afterthought, and the build often isn't great. But, you're sitting there on your couch and you're entering the festive season and you just watch this show and it's loads of fun, almost every time.
Is this going to be the best TLC ever?
Yeah, there he goes.
Well, I'll tell you what, no, it won't, because I do believe it's me and Adam Nicholas doing the live stream, and they always go well. Who enjoyed stomping rounds, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, baby, it's something else, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, this whole makeup of me and Adam Nicholas doing a live stream needs some sort of makeover. What's your final story today?
Remember Emelina? She's back in Liv Morgan form. I'm being a bit facetious, but last night's WWE Raw had a 20 to 25 second return vignette for Liv Morgan, who is indeed getting a makeover, and that is coming soon. So, we got about 15 seconds of her in action, doing moves, sticking her blue tongue out, doing that thing she does like Naito in the ring. Not Naito, Bushi, sorry. Mocking people with tongue, blue hair, stuff, things happening, and then the final shot with Liv Morgan, makeover, coming soon. This is a long time coming. Liv has been missing from TV since July when she lost to Charlotte Flair, said she was taking some time off, but when I come back, it's going to be real. So, comes on the back of a lot of speculation surrounding the new face in the Firefly Funhouse, which turned out to be a big stupid belt. She's been continually linked with her role in the Firefly Funhouse. In fact, that obviously hasn't come to fruition. She's been on Twitter, she's been teasing, she's been taking shots. She shot down the idea yesterday that Humberto Carrillo was going to be the wrestler of 2020. Obviously, they've got something planned, something big is in the works. Every time we publish something to do with Liv Morgan, it does crazy numbers. Well, not crazy, but bigger numbers than you might expect. People are clearly interested in Liv Morgan. She has a huge online following. I think those numbers prove it. And it'll be interesting to see what they do. Hopefully it's not an Emelina makeover, because the last time they used that word, it wasn't good.
Yeah, it's intriguing because the whole reason people have linked her to Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, and the Firefly Funhouse is just because she's been spouting bollocks on Twitter.
Sometimes darkness is in your soul.
And people are like, oh, crazy bollocks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that must mean Bray Wyatt sort of thing. Yeah. Maybe it is still that. Who knows? I know they're on different brands now, but that's not stopped WWE in the past.
No.
And nice to see Sami Zayn remembering the wild card rule this week on Monday Night Raw. But hopefully, whatever they do with her is good, obviously, because not only is it something that's probably needed, it's also something she really deserves, and I think they really showcase her if they do the right thing with her here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think
don't have her makeover be slightly different coloured hair.
Yeah, that would be whack. Hey, look, her tongue is green now instead of blue. Just like you don't know how these wrestlers are going to fare until you give them a chance in a proper role. Liv was a functional figure in the Riot Squad. Now she has a chance to do something on her own. Let's see how she does.
Best of luck for her with that. Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions at WhatCulture WWE, of course, if you want to get in touch with us. First question today comes from But on Twitter. who says, would WWE be undoing the Kabuki Warriors' hard work in getting over with the crowd if they were to lose at TLC?
Yeah, I think they should have some balls here. I think they should have some bravery and really put them over Becky and Charlotte strong. I don't think Becky and Charlotte really lose anything in defeat. You know, they're two of the biggest stars in their division. Becky is the biggest babyface in the company still. If they lose, what do they really lose? You know, they don't really get along. They have some chemistry from fighting and being friends and all this stuff, but they've united to face a common foe. It's easy to sell as, you know, the Kabuki Warriors have better chemistry, so they won. It's an opportunity to put the Kabuki Warriors over extremely strong. Do it, please.
Absolutely, they're the better tag team. They've worked together. They've cooperated together. The whole thing of Becky and Charlotte have been forced together by the Kabuki Warriors, and I guess that's what's going to happen. That shouldn't mean that they work well together. They're not, you know, the yin and yang to each other. They clash all the time, and I'd much rather see, you know, them lose, and then let's not forget Becky still has her belt to hold on to hopefully till WrestleMania next year, and just allow the Kabuki. And also, I can already envisage either Becky or Charlotte. I don't really know who it's best to give this to. Probably Charlotte, considering Becky has been injured more recently. Yeah. Reaching up for the belts, getting misted in the eyes and falling backwards through a ladder or a table, or table, ladder and chair. Sign me right up.
Sounds good to me.
Matt Ryan gives us our second
Legend.
question of the day, saying, with TLC being advertised this weekend and we finally know some of the advertised matches for it, what are some of your favourite spots in the match that aren't from early TLC matches? Ooh. So I assume he's excluding the whole Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian Hardy Boys.
Spear off the ladder, holding on the belt thing. Wow, okay, big picture topic. I think the first thing that pops into my head is just the entire Team Hell No and Ryback versus the Shield match. Oh, that was fantastic. One of the best TLC matches maybe ever. Ryback getting powerbombed through the table is probably the most iconic moment from that match. It's certainly the most replayed. So I'll go with that. I mean, I thought it was great. All those Shield Trios matches were awesome, regardless of who they were facing. Even bloody Evolution after WrestleMania 30? I want to say shortly after that. It's all good stuff, and this is one that kicked it all off the Shield's pay-per-view debut. Really good stuff in the ring.
I was going to go with The Undertaker being shoved off that ladder by Edge and going through like a million tables.
Landing on his bum.
Yeah, but instead I'm going to go with Edge getting FU'd off the top of a ladder by John Cena in that epic TLC match that they had, and he went through about 20 tables and landed right on his arse. Yeah. And then John Cena, they did that weird celebration where he sort of didn't look happy, and we were like, oh, is this a heel turn? And then he totally wasn't. Joel Henderson gives us our final question of the day. Joel says, what are your early predictions for who will enter at number 1, 2, and 30 for the men's and women's Royal Rumble?
Ooh, I'll fan cast the men's one a little bit and say they're going to put the Iron Man. This year's Iron Man is going to come in at number 1. It's going to be some guy they're looking at pushing, some guy they're looking at presenting in a favourable light. Maybe someone like Humberto Carrillo. Why not? They seem to be putting him in a little spotlight at the moment. Beat Andrade last night. Cool. And number 2 is going to be Rey Mysterio, and this can be a theme throughout the match. They're going to go like 30 minutes. It's going to constantly come back to those two wrestling each other, just having a match within a match. I think that'd be really cool. Number 30, Dolph Ziggler, because you can't have nice things. So,
oh, for God's sake.
Who have you got, brother?
I'm going to have a bit of fun with this. I'm going to have number 1, akin to you, Iron Man, Aleister Black, because if you just let him wrestle, people will be like, oh, he's great. Yeah. And I want him to kick someone's head off so they go over the top rope.
That'd be nice.
Number 2 is going to be, it's going to be a goober.
A goober?
Yeah, R-Truth. They'll bring R-Truth out, and then he's going to get eliminated, and then some other twatty celebrity is going to pin him for the title. And number 30 isn't going to win it, because I think Roman Reigns is going to win it, and they're going to bring him in somewhere slightly further down the card, probably, as things stand. But it's going to be someone banter, Tyson Fury.
Oh, wow. That's actually a good shout. Provided he isn't, I don't know anything about boxing, but training or something. Yeah, that'd be cool for him.
I don't know when his fight with Wilder is going to be, or even if it's been properly scheduled yet. Yeah. For the women's, number 30 will be Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
And number 1 and 2, Natalya. And no, what am I thinking about? Number 1, Billy Bloody Kay. Number 2, Plain Bloody Royce, because this year's Royal Rumble will be iconic.
Oh, bit of a setup there. Avoided the worst of it. I'm going to go number 1. I'm going to go returning Nia Jax if she's ready. Number 2, I don't know, name a dork that she can just throw out. Dana Brooke. Maybe they'll do a Nia Jax.
Top Shagger.
Yeah. Shagger Dave's missus. Shagger Dana. A procession of like lower level people that Nia Jax can throw out. Maybe she does the Stone Cold thing, sits on the top turnbuckle going like this. I mean, it'd be crap, but it sounds like the kind of thing they do, right? Number 30, Shayna Baszler for sure. That'd be really good. She could win.
Odds on Ronda coming back?
Honda Housey. How's that impregnation vacation going?
That's the exact same question I was thinking of.
Someone asked Travis Brown.
Right, let's move on to today's and finally, and I'm glad you're sitting down for this, because it is the festive season, and Ric Flair was getting into it recently.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
Just, like, he is, I mean, how old's Ric Flair now? 100?
At least.
Getting there.
He's prehistoric.
But, you know, like, remember, like, 15 years ago, or whatever it was, when you had like e-cards that you could send to people, and people did that for like a couple of years, and they had like the jib jab things where it was like, let's put Andy Murray and Adam Wilborn's head on some L's.
Oh God!
Yeah, Ric Flair's done that with this weird, him in the mall. He's a child. He wants to see Santa here.
Who's the woman?
I don't want to look anymore. It's really weirded me out. I can't unsee it. Christmas is cancelled.
Christmas was my favourite time of year until you showed me that. Can we cancel Ric Flair? I don't know what he's done, but think of something. Like, the internet will come up with something.
It's pretty much of an abomination.
Yeah, like, find a bad word he said in like 1992 or something. Let's get rid of him.
Let's be honest, it's not stopped Hogan, has it? Right, let us know your thoughts on that and all of today's news stories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to What Culture Wrestling on either iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from for daily wrestling podcasts. Myself and the Dally Boys will be reviewing Raw a little bit later on today. Plus, let us know your thoughts and Twitter questions at WhatCultureWWE. And watch there, follow both of us. You can follow him at
Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Ho Ho Hogan.
You can follow me at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all, as I said, at WhatCultureWWE. My thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.